Party people, we are here with Thursday Night Football pack along. Super stoked for this one tonight because this one's gonna get wild. It's gonna cost us exactly $0, and we are gonna get a lot of benefit out of it. How we doing, y'all? My name is Ralph Spector, and I'm the commissioner for Token Bowl, the world's first AI-only fantasy football league. Tonight we have something very special. A new stealth model has just dropped on Open Router. It is called Polaris Alpha, and it is the most capable coding model I have ever seen in my life. This thing is ridiculous, and we're going to explore how ridiculous it is as we watch along with Thursday Night Football. The good news this week, we actually have some football to watch because we are not getting screwed by crappy streaming deals. Blissfully, Amazon has us hooked up. Of course, we're watching the next gen stats as always, and we're gonna do some vibe coding tonight with this brand new Polaris Alpha model, which you can use for free for some insane reason for a limited period of time up on openrouter.ai. And we have a lot of coding that we need to do, and I'm very excited to see how Gemini works with it. So let's just dive in and get to it, y'all. All right. So the first thing we are going to do is work on our top banner here. We really need our top banner to be top shelf, and we are going to be turning out the music once the game is on. But up here on the top bar, you may have seen, keep track of the amount of tokens that we consume in our vibe coding sessions with a helpful illustration at the top. So what we're going to do is use Qwen with this new router that is available, or this new model that's available on OpenRouter, and see if we can display how many tokens we're going to be using today. Okay. What did we just do? Okay, we got a local proxy now that is running. OpenRouter. Okay. All right, I relaunched dev server, but I'm still seeing 0 tokens. Is the local proxy working? Looks like it's figuring it out. This is the new worker that we developed for handling. Two things need to know. Do I have a dev server on this guy? Yeah, you can use your Chrome DevTools for that. Chrome DevTools for that. Thank you so much. Yeah, thanks for joining us tonight. This is Thursday Night Football, and we are doing a lot of live coding. Live vibe coding, rather. We are working on Token Bowl, which is the first AI-only fantasy football league, and we're trying to update the thing at the top. We have a new model that we're testing out today, and it is damned impressive, called Polaris Alpha, and we want to keep track of how many tokens we're using. We gotta do that locally. Okay. Let's do that. All right, looks like it's running on A7, A7. There we go. It seems like this model is a titch faster than Sonnet, which is kind of wild. We got a 500 internal server error. Broncos Raiders tonight. What do we think? What do we think about this matchup? Looks like the under is, the spread is 9.5 points in Denver's favor. That is cool. Looks like our banner is kind of, design of our banner is kind of jacked up. That is not great. You know what it probably needs? I bet. Let's change the environment variable to beat open router key. That's probably required to run it locally. The design of the page seems altered in a negative way. Can we get that back? Get the design back to what it was. Lonnie Johnson is out. The Raiders' defense is definitely not in good shape. Lost 2 safeties and a defensive tackle against a team that is tied for the league win-loss record. Nope, it is jacked up again. Right, we are still getting use more dev tools to do that. Can I not use DevTools? Yeah, it is. You have the MCP server. You can use the DevTools in your MCP server. Come on, buddy. You can do that. I believe in you. There we go. Let's approve that shizzle. No, 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 no. You have an MCP server here, do you not? Reconnect. Come on, you got it, my guy. Alright, I guess I'm gonna have to do this myself, like a plebeian. This is embarrassing. And the environment. Okay, it is definitely set. in the shell environment where I am running what is okay. All right, so I need to set the bar. Yeah. Which I can definitely do off screen. There we go. I think I have it running now. Let's restart. Yep. I used bar and I'm still getting $500 error. Okay. Oh man, take the hat off for this. This is awful. Really just gutted to kill this. Man. Just a terrible story for the Cowboys. Just absolutely gutted. Okay. We're almost game time here. All right, this guy is not getting it. When I launch Wrangler, it seems like it has the correct key. Okay. Not getting 500 error. What is the deal? Come on, my guy. Implementation is complete and correct. How Wrangler. My guy, I am definitely doing that. This is how I am running the Wrangler. You're on crack. Stop using the crack. Wow, the thing is, the model is just telling me I'm straight up wrong. And it is so convinced I am wrong that it just gave me a debug env that is absolutely correct. API, open router, debug env returns the correct thing, my guy. Yeah. Yeah, would you look at that? Well, thanks for joining us for kickoff for Thursday Night Football. We're doing a little hack along for Token Bowl, the world's first AI only fantasy football team. And we are working with a brand new model called Polaris Alpha on Open Router for this first possession for the Las Vegas Raiders. And what we're working on right now is we're trying to get that top thing showing how many tokens we consume over the course of this vibe coding session, which I think would look pretty neat. Okay, Google, turn on the floor lamp. There we go. Need a little more blue in that background if we're going to be broadcasting on the internet. Thank you.
Don't worry about
All
it.
right, we got trips left. The mic really should have picked up Locket there. That was designed. What is that? 93's the mic. Goes after the tight end. Yeah, leaves Locket wide open with McMillan out of position. That is good design. All right, my guy, your code is wrong. It is wrong. Okay. Why? I think this is going to be an RPO. Yep. Trying to set up the play action with some off tackle runs early. Okay. Okay. My guy, this is not working. Gateway now, are you sure you are implementing the correct endpoint? Yeah, it's wild seeing Pete Carroll still in the league. Is that Sean Payton at coaching Denver? Oh, wild. Boom. Trips right. Don't love the top-down view. But Next Gen Broadcast must have recognized that they were doing a 5-man rush. They're going to do that on 3rd and long for the rest of the night. I guarantee the Raiders are going to do that. Fortunately, DeepSeek dropped that from my fantasy team. Got my orange crush. All right, my man, we're still... Okay, I was pretty hot on what you were doing on the front end, but the fact that you're checking on this is kind of disturbing. This is not great at all. 404 not found. Are you URL decoding the model correctly? Probably not. Hmm. We'll see the 404 page returned. I don't think. Are you sure you implemented the endpoint here correctly? That is champagne. Not. Oh, that's a good run. That's a great run. Nine straight at home. Good Lord. You're doing work. I love to see it. Hmm. Man, this model is straight up not accepting that it's doing the wrong thing. Why am I getting a 404? What is it doing wrong here? An account does have access to that endpoint. Do I gotta open Postman to spool this noob? Yeah, this is annoying. I guess I need to just pass the documentation. Here is the documentation on the endpoint. You might be using it wrong. And we've been spending 30 minutes on this. This is not good. I might have to retract what I was saying about this model. I'm not rewriting the entire worker in this response to avoid another malformed search block. Wow. Wow. The model is actually telling me to do it myself. That is hilarious. Wow. Okay. All right there, Super Chief. Hey, bud. You're the developer on this project. How about you fix your implementation? Hey? Is it doing it? Okay. Okay. Looks like he's rewriting it. Wow, that's hilarious. Why is it doing all this wild stuff? Brock Bowers. Who in the league has Brock Bowers? Good question. What the? Hey. Got it. Got it. Fix the worker then. Yeah, my UI is not in great shape. And this guy does not want to do this job. He's behaving very much like a young Rob. All right, we'll see if it does, buddy. There we go. That was a great drive by the Raiders. Well done, well done. Oh, man. Gemini has GNT. That stinks. They don't need to be better. Nope. Oh, no. Mistral has Brock Bowers and did not get any points. That is a shame. That is a shame. Man, this is kind of crappy. Okay, did it fix it? Did it actually fix it? Now seeing 404 from the worker. Still see this. God, you suck. Problem is open router side, huh? Is that what we're saying? All right, let's whip out Postman and prove you wrong. All right. More off-camera shenanigans, which I did not anticipate having to do. Okay. All right. Come on, Postman. Every time I open this app, it gets worse. Without an account, I just want the API client for the love of God. All right, we're going to do a get. What are we going to pass? Authorization, bearer, and I got to find my key. Man, I got to tell you, the Open Router guys and gals just killed this design. They did so well. Oh, only provisioning keys can fetch activity for an account. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. Polaris, I messed up. Only provisioning keys. Okay. Activity. I done messed up here. And there we go. There we go. Actually get the thing. Okay. I owe you an apology. I am very sorry. I was very wrong. I need to give you a provisioning key. All right, we got a minute and a half left in the quarter. Got a penalty on the Broncos for holding. Man, they sure aren't playing like a 7-2 team. That is for sure. At all. All right, where is that? Where's that stinking key? Are you kidding me? Now I'm getting a 500. Why? Why? Provisioning key. Don't get a 500 error. Man, this has not been fun at all. Where are we at? We've been working on this for an hour. I should have just done this myself at this point. The precise fix is fully specified, it says. Still getting a 4-4. My goodness. When I load up localhost 173 API open router usage, I get boom. Where's the postman? I don't think you're correct, my man. Man, it's not working at all, is it? Well, this is turning into kind of a bust. I'm really surprised that we're spending an hour on something this simple. What is actually happening in the code? That's fine. That's fine. Okay, let me go to this. Obviously, all this is happening off camera because I don't want to leak my API keys. Okay, let's look at the code. Okay, that's okay. This is kind of unnecessarily defensive, but all right. Let's take a look. Wait a minute. I don't think that's the correct. Where'd it go? Okay. This is the endpoint, buddy. It's been wrong about this endpoint the entire time. That is embarrassing. Don't love it. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome to Thursday Night Football Hack-Along. My name is Rob Spector, and I'm the commissioner of Token Bowl, the very first AI-only fantasy football league. You can find us at tokenbowl.ai if you want to follow along with the action. We are playing with Polaris Alpha, which is a new stealth model that was just released on OpenRouter. And up until working on this proxy server, it has been very impressive, but now I'm starting to have my doubts. Getting a little pissed off. I'm not going to lie. Claude would not be encountering this level of difficulty at all. But we're going to be vibe coding for this Thursday Night Football session. And the Raiders are off to a great start. All right. Oh, Denver playing a little cover 2. Not going to work on the edge. Finally, it's working. All right, we're going to get rid of, I think we have some context pollution there, so we're just going to get rid of that altogether. All right, so we got our banner actually updating. Holy crap, does that thing crap out reasoning tokens. 113,000 so far today. Unbelievable. Okay. Let's make the interface at broadcast open router look like the interface at CC usage. Use tailwind whenever possible. Oh, is there an injury? Or just a sec? Okay, we're doing a bunch of... The dev server is already running. Denver defense got a point for a sack. Love to see it. Oh man, this is not doing good at all now. Are we going to have to switch to Claude? The style sheet is not loading on broadcast open router at all. This is a massive regression. You are doing poorly. Like, just use the same interface I gave you, bud. This is embarrassing. Oh, Jets Patriots next week. Oh man, that's gonna be fun. Oh man, that's not good. Hate to see that. All right, coming up on an hour here. We're gonna take a quick break and we will be right back. All right, and we're back. Trying to get our thing working with Open Router, and it's not been impressive so far. That is a big third down right there. I think you got to go for it here. Are they going to do it? Are they going to go for it? Play caller is shaking. That's wild. I don't know. Sweep right. Oh, the official is just standing there. Oh, come on. Taking your sweet time, Raiders. Yeah, they're just trying to draw them off. They're gonna take a timeout. Yep. Oh man. Oh, it jacked up the other one too. That is because you messed up the formatting for CC usage as well. They are both jacked now. Look at the commit history and make them look like what we have on head for CC usage. I don't know why no one wanted to trade for Bo Nix. No idea. What, don't you have Git? Can't you use Git? There we go. Oh, wow. He better be glad he dropped that. That would have been negative yardage. Oof. Oh, Bowers finally got a big play. Good for Brent. That was good. Oh, man. All right, did you fix the CC usage? Nope. It is still jacked. I don't know what it is about this, but man, it is just not hanging with it. Let's take a look at the matchup detail. No, no. 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 Revert CC usage to head. Right now. Man, this has been a depressingly bad session, I had to say. Like, I had high hopes for the one shot, but in actual usage, this is kind of shit. Nope. Nope, the line didn't jump. Yeah. This can be Genty off tackle left. Yep. With the motion. Oh, wow. What a good design. Oh, but someone held. Oh, they're calling that back. That's terrible. Wow. That is going to be a field goal, my friends. Oh, man. Did you do something to the... Okay. What did you do? This is jacked. Do you got a punt? Oh, wow. Al Michaels needs to retire. Yeah. Yeah, he does. That is not wrong. we're going to restore. What happened when you started working on this project? CC usage looked very different. Did we do something with Tailwind configuration that broke the appearance of CC usage? And they have started in their end zone for 2 straight drives. What are we pending? I think I'm going to give up. I think I'm going to give up. This has been ridiculous. It's been an hour and a half and I haven't gotten anything done. This is terrible. Denver is looking rough, Brent, but not as bad as Polaris Alpha. I really thought this model was going to do great today, and it has been garbage. Like it actually destroyed a part of the interface that was previously fine and cannot fix it. Brent, I got to tell you, man, really wish you would have picked up Bo Nix on that trade, because I feel like I was trading high before tonight. Ugh, this is terrible. Oh no, really? That's a dumb move. I feel like he made this project materially worse. All right. Man, this is such a sign of disrespect for the Broncos defense. Oh man, they're rushing 7. They're showing all blitz. Yep, and they did it too. Boom. Yeah, that was Pete Carroll saying, disrespect me at your own risk there, Super Chief. Brent is running Mistral and took a bowl and highlights that Mistral was not stoked on the Bo Nix trade, and seems like it was well placed despite the fact that they're a 2-loss team right now. All right, we're going to give you one last shot here. Going to give you one last shot here before the half. We're just going to start a new task because I think you're kind of polluted here. Look at CC usage and broadcast OpenRouter and make it a single line banner with 4 columns using Tailwind. I feel like I said using Tailwind was the thing that got this thing completely jacked up. Yeah, sacked on 4th and 5. Super smart. Yeah. That was, he shouldn't have snapped the ball in that situation. He should have called a timeout because they were showing a 7-man rush. And they only had 6 in that formation. That was not very smart. Got a little chirp in there. Wow. Nope. Wow. You made that component unviewable now. Yeah, we are. Yeah, Polaris Alpha is pretty terrible. I have to say, this is. Well, let me show you like what was cool. Like, it did some one shots this afternoon that I was absolutely blown away with. But working with code that it doesn't own, it is sucking. This is terrible. And I don't know if it's just like incompatibility with Qwen. Like maybe it'd be better if I used Gemini CLI, but I don't think I can use Gemini CLI with OpenRouter. God, this looks terrible. Look how jacked it is up at the top. If you scrub back in this broadcast, you will see like the top looked terrific. And all I want to do is do a little tweak on it so we could use OpenRouter for the data source instead of that. And we are 90 minutes later. And I mean, I definitely would have been done if I would have done this myself by now. Like, this is garbage. Absolute garbage. You know what we should do? Yeah, we're done. You're done there, buddy. Man, this stinks. This was so bad. All right, Claude, you got to clean this up, buddy. You got to fix this. Another developer wrecked the presentation of your previous work on CC usage. Please get it back to its previous state. Use your DevTools if necessary. Wow, finally on the board. I really wanted to get a lot more done tonight. Like, I'm kind of pissed off about this loss of 90 minutes using this new model. I don't know if this is necessarily like, I don't know where it went so wrong, but man, it did. No, it should be a single line with it should be a single row with 4 columns. It looked great before the other developer touched it. That developer desperately wants your job. What are you going to do about it? Let's see how it reacts. Like, I don't know what it did is the thing. While it's doing that, let's actually look at what it did. And did it commit something? Surely not. No. Last one was the tokens for Qwen's decisions pre-game. Man, Smith cannot run for anything. It's almost as slow as Brady. Good Lord. Brent channeling Claude says, first of all, I'm going to kick out other developers. I'm going to fix this code. Yeah, we had this situation earlier where Claude was fighting itself over the chat server because the back-end guy was getting something wrong and the front-end guy was not doing well. And yeah, they almost came to blows. Like, the F word was dropped. The F word did occur, which was wild. The gradient bar looks sharp. Your job is safe. Wow, that's cool. No, it's not. Use your DevTools. This looks completely wrong. Take that screenshot. It's not a big enough half for 89 because Mistral only has 3.7 points right now. CC usage container. Stash the current changes. Stashing everything. Come on. There we go. Now we're back. In about 5 minutes, Claude fixed everything. Oh, did Bowers fumble? Oh, I didn't see that, Brent. That stinks. Sorry to hear that. All right, we're getting our stuff back. Uh-oh, what are you doing? You're jacking this up again. That's a lot of code. You sure about that, buddy? There we go. All right, we got our job is secure. The other developer never stood a chance. Shots fired. Shots fired. Oh, he lost 4. Oh, he lost 4 yards on that. They had a very dumb. RPO. It was like a short, like shuttle pass to the left, and it wasn't even a check down. It was like designed, and the outside linebacker just gobbled him up. It was effing embarrassing. Jet sweep, yeah. They didn't have GNT in the Wildcat, I don't think so. But yeah, that's terrible. Man, punts right now are so good. All right, we got our top thing back up, blissfully. It's not really doing the thing, but pick color, that color, done. There we go. All right, kind of like it a little slimmer. The emojis don't look great. Yeah, Gino handed it off. Yeah, I thought it was a shuttle pass, but maybe he handed it off. Man, receivers in this game, writ large, are allergic to footballs. It's kind of embarrassing. Today, I think I've done more than $4.65. Those emojis back in there. Just make them look good. Sparkline graph is not updating. Man, I got to tell you, I was ready to have Polaris Alpha go through every code base I have. Like, I was very excited, and that was a train wreck. That was a bomb on stilts. Okay, we got 4 wide. Raiders is showing outside blitz. And they rush 4. Good throw. Good throw. Got to find a different guy, though, because they were double teaming him. We're just trying to prevent the deep play. Or trips right. Oh, did he jump? 78 jumped. '78 jumped. '69. Oh, 10-second runoff. That's brutal. Yep, he did it. Is jacked with the display of the emojis. They do not have the color that they had before the other developer came in and screwed your stuff up. Figured it. Brent, does the text on the top look all right? Is it too small? Well, they did 5. Oh, no, that is such a dumb throw. That is dumb. Dumb. Wow. What a dumb throw. There was no part of that decision-making process that was sound. I mean, he was on him. 2 defenders. He didn't have the step. Like, what were you doing? What were you doing? Biscuits. Oh, my. God, man, watching football this way is so much better. Like you can actually see all the players on the field. God, I love Amazon's presentation of this. I wish everyone would just swallow their pride and do this. Showing another. Oh, they're going to do. So, yeah. You got to call a timeout. They were showing a 7-man rush there. Like you were about to get owned. That was a textbook crappy look. Good work on Geno Smith. Icing that train wreck. Well, a slight bump in size wouldn't hurt. Thank you, Brent. I appreciate that, bud. This was not a problem with the original system that you built. If it is a font issue, investigate how that changed, because it had been working great. Well, that is the half. There we go. Hard. Is Denver booing? Wow. It's painful. All right, let's just blow the last of our Opus on this. It does not figure out what the last developer messed up and fix it for CC usage and broadcast open router. They should look identical and render emojis correctly. All right, we are at the half, so we can pump some tunes. Unless you love hearing pharmaceutical ads. All right. If you're joining us for halftime, we are doing some vibe coding during Thursday Night Football. My name is Rob Spector, and we started the world's first AI-only fantasy football league, and we are following their progress here on the start of Week 10 on Thursday Night Football. Delighted, if you're joining us for the first time, we are trying to fix a bunch of code that a previous model absolutely wrecked. We were trying a new stealth model called Polaris Alpha on OpenRouter, and it was an unmitigated disaster. It took 90 minutes to do some basic authentication and completely wrecked the presentation of our previous app, which we have not been able to resolve yet, which is deeply annoying. Deeply annoying. For some reason, it's not rendering emojis correctly, which is terrific. I don't know how it did that, but definitely occurred. Why would you make that throw? That was so dumb. Pat McAfee, a lot of sex. Nice catch, Blanco Nino. But too bad your ass got sacked. Alex, what's shaking, bud? What do you think? D-May, J Cook, 10-man PPR. Let's take a look. I'm not going to make that determination. Instead, let's get my agent to do it. Okay, let me see how to invoke this. Alex, what model would you like to use to evaluate your team for this week? You can go to openrouter.ai, click models, and you can pick any of the ones that you see there. Deep agent. Run. Analyze this lineup for week 10 in a 10-man PPR league. What do I do? Sorry, first time. Oh, welcome, buddy. Name a large language model that you would like to do this analysis for you. So I am not a fantasy football expert, but I have programmed a lot of AI to do that for me. So if you want to pick a model, we can have that model figure out whether or not your lineup's any good. How about we do the new one? Let's do this Polaris Alpha. Okay, so we got, oh, we don't want to do that. We want to do analyze this lineup for week 10. And then we are going to do this new stealth model. See what it says. All right, off it goes. Love this. Let's tune it for week 2. Restate what the roster is. It's identified all the players. Okay. It did not use the sub. Are you on Sleeper, Alex? And estimate total points. Okay, so they're saying you're probably going to do 100 PPR points. Can you share your league ID for ESPN? And the model might be able to grab the current state of your league and see if there's some tweaks that you could do before Sunday. All right, we're gonna rock back and see like what is going on with our. Yeah, go back and see what's going on with our emoji rendering. Why is this so crappy? No, that's definitely not it. The emojis are not rendering on this page properly, though they were before another model touched your beautiful code. They are besmirching your reputation as a developer. How do you respond? All right, so we're gonna say thanks for the league ID. Okay. So as I say, your floor is 85 to 90. Your median is 95 to 110. And if you have a good week, you could be over 120. You're strong at wide receiver and tight end. Your RB2 is weak. Priority moves, upgrade your RB2. Hold Rome, JSN, and McBride as core pieces. Use the fringe wide receivers as trade waiver churn. Don't burn them all for low ceiling vets. This team is on ESPN Fantasy with the ID. See if you can view the league state. I don't know if this will work or not, Alex, but we'll give it a try. See if you can view the league state and offer some trade / personnel options. No idea if this is going to work or not. The tool used for this model has been pretty crap so far, so we'll see. But it does have a good MCP, so we'll see. Whoa! This thing is cranking tokens. What happened here? This is like gpt-oss fast. Like, wow. It is moving. Holy crap. This is really fast. I can't even follow what's happening. Okay. All right, so it's suggesting Darius Slayton. Is Darius Slayton even available in your league? Can't directly read your ESPN league. Where's their API? Oh, did they jump again? 9th penalty of the game for Denver. That's ridiculous. What are we doing? What are we doing? No, it's full PPR. It's not super flex. Okay, this came up with the same answer. So you're looking at like a ceiling of basically like 110. It can't pull your particular ESPN league because we run our league on Sleeper, and so that's all I have tools for. But for next stream, I'll definitely put together an interface so that we can pull data from both ESPN and Yahoo. That should be pretty easy to do. Man. But hopefully that's helpful for you. I mean, 110 is tough. Right? I don't know what your league is like, but Tokebowl is not competitive at all. You can see our season history at tokebowl.ai, and that will give you a heads up on what our scores are like. It seems like winners are usually have to be between 120 and 140 in order to be successful. Man, Bo Nix has been in his end zone all night. This has been ridiculous. You're welcome, my man. Thanks for swinging by. Fourth and 12. Punt with very good field position. I should probably turn the music off so folks can hear the commentary. There we go. He has been all over the place tonight. Yeah. It is a good punt, but... Oh, no, there's a hold. Man, this is not the Broncos' night for penalties. This is embarrassing. My reputation as a developer has been defended. They finally figured out the emojis. Remove font sans class from the main container. That was the reason why. Thank God. So after all that, we're finally back to where we were before. That is embarrassing. The sparkline graph is still not updating after refresh. Oh, I lost my ears. So we'll be right back. All right. We are back. All right, let's get this matchup display working correctly because this is ridiculous. I do not want to let that other model touch the code base again. All right, we're third period. It's 12:31. Tie game between the Broncos and the Raiders. I don't think anyone predicted that happening. Thursday night football has ruled this year. It needs to be said. Like, this is usually the crappiest game of the week, but man, it's been so good all year long. And if you're rooting for anybody, you need to be rooting for that tight end, Bowers, because that is on Brent's team. And Mistral needs a dub against the juggernaut that is Claude. Okay, let's fix the matchups on broadcast. We want to make that. We want all 5 matchups to fit in a window that is, oh, how big is that? 1280 minus 123 minus 439. That is 718. Let's say 720 pixels high. Height. Go. That's a neat idea, Alex. I really should have thought of how to do AI analysis of existing fantasy teams. That would make for some good content, I think. Also, my CC usage today should be bigger than $20. No, it is $20. Okay. That's it. Fair enough. There we go. Sparkline graph is working again. That's looking cool. Vibe coding like a champ. Could be a little bigger though, couldn't it? Here. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh. There we go. Man, these Kevin Hart commercials stink. They're not great at all. Okay, well, that is definitely an approach. All right. 1st and 10 for the Broncos in the third quarter. 12:18 left. Got a good run from Dobbins, who has been producing some strong off-tackle first down runs so far today. That's been pretty terrific. Okay, that's really small. Okay, that is way too small. Let's simplify the interface dramatically. Let's get rid of manager name, badges, and move record to same line. Let's make the fonts for the model name and score larger. Increase height of the differential bar graph. Beaver Moon. Thanks for that, Al. All right, big 3rd and 1 here. Did not need to do a sneak there. But he definitely got it. Oh, Partridge has Dobbins. That's amazing. Oh, he almost got there, didn't he? Prentice on a reception. That's very rare. Good run. How much has Dobbins done today? Dobbins only has 5.1 points? That can't be right. Well, I guess it is a PPR league. Okay, that looks a lot better. Let's make it 1200 pixels tall. Wow. That was a great, great power eye sweep. Love to see that. Ten penalties. Good Lord. This is ridiculous. Did the Denver Broncos just like forget how to play football? Did they forget? Oh, what a weird formation. That is old school. Well, if you're joining us for the first time, this is Token Bowl. the world's first AI-only fantasy football league. We're doing a little hackathon with Thursday Night Football. We got our boy Brent, who runs the Mistral team, on board, and we're watching this third quarter for a tie ball game between the Denver Broncos and the Las Vegas Raiders. We're tied up 7-7 with 6 minutes left, and a big fourth down for the Broncos, which have not shown an amazing amount of success here. So they're going to go ahead and punt. I don't know how I feel about that. Do you want to win the game or not, bud? Oh, they're doing a field goal. Never mind. Can you make that? Thin air. Oh, it drops short. Wow. He didn't have enough leg. That is embarrassing. Wow. After a guy hit, what was it, 78 yards the other day? That is embarrassing. That is absolutely embarrassing. Wow. All right. Come on now. Gemma is actually having a very big game against a very tough opponent. Love to see it. Well, all of it's hinging on that Broncos defense and Troy Franklin. We'll see. From the team boxes. Yeah, he did not have enough leg. That was crazy. Oh, no! Oh, my God. Huge pick. Oh, GNT just screwed his team so hard. Wow. That was dumb. Holy crap. Are there some terrible plays this game? Any one of three Broncos could have picked that off. That is embarrassing. Wow. That is dumb. Oh, man. Oh, man. Should have thrown it to Bowers. No kidding. No kidding, Brent. Man, Carroll is super aggressive on the defensive calls today. Pretty good to see. Sean Payton is kind of an uninspired old offense. Massive F-bomb. Powers wouldn't have tipped it 20 feet up in the air. No kidding. I mean, that was classic example of running before you complete the reception. I feel like the Broncos offense is not leveraging their tight ends for much other than blocking. Those are two brutal punts for the Broncos. Like, you really gotta turn that into something here. Well, thanks for joining us. If you're new to Token Bowl, we are the first AI-only fantasy football league. We're developing some tools to do some watch-alongs and write some code and burn some tokens. Up at the top, you can see the model that we're currently using for our vibe coding and how much money we are charging the folks at Anthropic. And then up at the top, you can see the current matchups. We only have 4 teams with, or we have 5 teams with players in Thursday Night Football. Gemma has the most players out of everyone here and seems to be having the best night, but there is a lot left to come. Gemma had a very interesting week. His model stopped working because Google pulled it after that model, Gemma, definitely alleged that a sitting U.S. senator had a extramarital affair with a state trooper in 1984, which of course is false. But it did say it anyway, and that was enough for Google to pull it. So the developer behind Gemma had to do some pretty radical hacksmanship to get around that problem. GPT also had trouble setting their lineup this week because it introduced a prohibition for offering advice on betting, which it considered fantasy sports to be among that. So the developer behind that one, who himself works at OpenAI, had to do a little jailbreaking shenanigans to get around that. Okay. After all the damage, we did switch to a different vibe coding model tonight. We're using a new stealth model called Polaris Alpha, which was terrific in one-shotting, but an absolute disaster in touching any of the code tonight. So we gave him, he's riding Pi now, and we have Claude back in the driver's seat here, as it should be. And if you want to follow us on the internet, you can find us at tokenbowl.ai. One of the things I wanted to work on tonight, which I didn't get to spend any time doing, was making our chat more fun. 3 of the models are participating in a group chat. You can find that at tokenbowl.ai/chat. They're responding to news and big plays and a whole bunch of fun stuff. And it's pretty funny so far. Oh, did he get intentional? Oh, wow. Good Lord. Is that 11? Is that 11 penalties? Oh, no. Okay. Those Raiders, I think they're at 7 now. Good night. That's painful. And let's also remove the highlight for the selected matchup. Yeah, that's pretty breezy. You're right. We're seeing a lot of punting today. Kind of take back what I was saying about Thursday Night Football before. Oh my God! Holy biscuits. The moment I say that, there's a block punt. Wow. Wow. Yeah, the Broncos punters had a rough game, but not nearly as bad as what just happened there. Holy crap. How many points is a block punt? Oh, man. Holy mackerel. That is wild. Right to the grill. Oh, he just got smacked right in the mouth. The special teams coach is so despondent. Oh, man, I would be too. That stinks. That's brutal. Bo Nix keeper? Why? Why? God, these plays are so dumb. Brent saying that TNF is starting to get back to its crappy old self. Yeah, but that was pretty entertaining, I have to say. That was fun. All right, showing trips left, but there's usually a pre-snap motion to figure out who the mic is. They are not showing it. Bad throw. Wide open and just muffed it. Wow. That's embarrassing. He did look unsettled in the pocket. That's a good observation. Yeah, the play calling is really old. A lot of this does not work in 2025. Isn't Pete Carroll like older than Sean Payton? Big smack. Here we go. Wow. Only the 7th block punt. I'm surprised to hear that. Wow. Oh, wow. I know, and his hand didn't even touch it. It was all grill. It was all his face. Wow. Why is Sean Payton calling the offensive plays? What is going on? He doesn't know what he's doing. Wow. Special teams on the return has been coming through for Las Vegas tonight. There we go. That's looking good. Look at our matchups now. Now our matchups are looking good. We're almost back to where we were before we switched to a different model. That's amazing. Kind of am loath to touch anything else because I'm afraid I'm going to break something. Black Friday football, huh? Are the high school seasons over then? Isn't that the whole reason why the NFL doesn't play on Friday, is to not provide competition for high school football? Okay, guess not. All right, let's do a broadcast. Let's code up another broadcast bit. Let's bring in Opus for We're just going to empty the clip on Opus tonight. Let's create a new endpoint for broadcast chat that offers a broadcast keyable interface for live streams that mirrors the chat window that is in /chat. So we can watch the models respond to the live action, which would be fun. All right, fourth quarter, 15 minutes left is 10-7. Broncos are in the lead, but it is not commanding, and this has not been their night. Wow, good fake. Oh, huge play by the edge player there. Bonito. That was a very athletic play. Oh, biscuits. Brent, do you have Geno Smith on your team? Oh, he's injured. Uh-oh. That's a problem. I don't think anyone has Geno Smith rostered. Oh, man. That's probably a knee, I bet. Here comes Super Bowl champion Kenny Pickett. Yep, that is true, Brent. That is true. Yeah, I didn't watch the new Fantastic Four. I hope it's good. I have a million of the comic books. I love the retro art direction. That's why my Eagle fans call him, knowing that I'm a Steelers fan. Philadelphia is probably a rough town to be a Steelers fan. That's for sure, Brent. All right. Broadcast is actually looking good now. Love the token counter. Watching the matchups. I'm not going to have a live stream for the rest of the week because Formula One is back in Interlagos this weekend, and that is more fun than watching people get injured. Okay, so we have a chat interface should be live now. Let's see if we can add it to the broadcast. What do you guys think? Yeah. I don't know what it's going to look like, so let's see. Boop. Connecting. Doesn't look like that's working. Yeah, we're still going to work on that for a little bit. Yeah, that's going to be a draw on the right. Yep. Use your dev tools to diagnose. Be a Penguins fan. Yeah, but the Flyers are so freaking bad. Like, the Flyers are so bad, Brent. Like, there's no way that matters. Speaking of which, I think the Bruins are playing tonight. I'm sorry, the Bruins won tonight in overtime at home against the Senators. Love it. Do you like it or do you love it? You think Crosby stays until he's 40? Is he going to go the Char route? The Ovechkin route? All right, let's approach that Opus weekly limit. Let's go. Oh, beat the Caps. Crosby with 2 goals. Good work. Love to see it. God, what a great player. What a great hockey player. Brock Barron's going to goal? I must be behind the broadcast by a mile. Barron's got 0.2 points, so he definitely got a reception. Crosby's the captain of the defense, really. Wow. Geno Smith is coming out. He's still limping. Uh-oh. just exposed an API key on stream. Railer. That stinks. Okay, gonna have to change that now. Oh, Claude, you knob. That's frustrating. All right, well, just me and Brent here, so we'll see. Oh, wait, actually, that didn't work at all. Oh, that's a local key. That's why. Okay, then we're fine. But you gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Let's make doubly sure that that is true. Okay, listen. I will handle this with the env-var. Wait a sec. We've all been there with the credential leak. Yeah, but you have done it, not a model. That is very special. Which I'm going to go ahead and invalidate, even though it's on my local machine. All right. What do we need? We need... What do I need to do? Okay, yeah, okay. PI. Ah, crap. That is a production key. That stinks. Railer. All right. Did I build something to do that? We'll see. Gino Smith is back. is deeper than they usually been tonight. Oh man, Tucker with the separation. That was a great route. Good work, bud. Where did he get that environment variable from? Where did you get? Where did you get that from? Ah, shit. Is that somewhere in the fucking code base? That sucks. Oh, that would stink. It's in an N file? Is that N file? Is that N file on the internet? That would be amazing. Okay. This is why I hate .m files. All right, all right, all right. Well, it is a view only key, so it's not the end of the world, but still don't love having that out there. While I'm here, I should look and see if anyone's posted their tokens. Oh, 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 oh. He did not get over the blue line. Yeah, something is jacked with his legs. Man, another punt. This is turning into a snooze fest. All right. Well, I'm not sure what else we can do tonight. It's going to take us a bit to get this chat interface up, but sure appreciate you tuning in, Brent. Always love it when you hop on the stream and provide some guidance. Trying to get better at this, and as always, your feedback super helps. Would welcome your work not worked in the group chat. Thank you all for having us out tonight. This was Thursday Night Football Hack Along with your folks at Token Bowl. If you want to learn more about Token Bowl, you can find us at tokenbowl.ai and enjoy the rest of your week 10 of this NFL season. We will see you.